everyone. Welcome to Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Now, normally I'm down to do a quick introduction, explain to you how everybody is, what everybody happens to be, etc., etc., what my role is in this, but we have some chaos brewing in chat today, which means we start with a deck of many things. Now,
So fun.
right now there is no cooldown on this, I would like to say, because I was not expecting people to pull it immediately, but that is totally on me. So, I will honor these two, but you get a total of 3 per stream. Okay? So,
what a great first stream for me to be a part of this.
exactly. We're going to set these up, and then once these are all set up and ready to go, we will actually get organized. It's just we have to choose some cards which may or may not come into effect today or later on down the campaign. Now, additionally, these deck of many things actually may or may not have IRL consequences, not just in-game consequences, as I was explaining to everyone before the game started. Now, Echo and Ethan will be drawing cards today. I will be drawing 2 cards from the top of my deck, and they will be picking which cards specifically they want. So because it is 2 cards, they have 2 effects that will be applied depending on what people want. Okay? So, this is going to be our first spread. There's more cards. Hold on. My hands are so small, so tiny. Can't really do it well. Alright. Ethan, to start.
Me to start.
Pick 2.
I want the 3rd card from your left.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I want the furthest right card that you have.
And this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Echo.
Oh god. Give me the 5th from your choice of direction. And go ahead and give me the 3rd from the left.
Okay. So, that
Oh god.
has been our deck of many things pull. Alright. Ladies and gentle beans. And men. I have to include that.
We have to include the men, or else they'll get upset.
Yeah.
I mean,
anyways, I'm going to introduce myself. Hello, everybody. My name is Kat. I am the GM for this campaign. I am your storyteller. I am your chaos controller. And I am the guide that leads them forward through this little journey of ours. Starting at my left, here. Well, left on the stream side. Ethan.
That's me, I think. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ethan. I play Alarn, our nymph cleric in our party. And, so I just play more D&D tonight.
Woo! On my right, top right here.
hello, I'm Lily. I play Medea.
Hi, Lily. Alright. Bottom below Ethan.
I think that is me.
Yes,
Hi
indeed.
everyone, I'm Echo. I play Toka, our satyr druid.
Very good, very good. And below Lily,
What's good? I'm Dalton. Here for a good time, not a long time. I play Vin, the monk without a cause right now. We'll get to that later.
wonderful. Finally, actually, no. No, we're not going to do that. Below Vin. So,
Hello. I'm John. I'm playing Osiris, a Leonin fighter.
hello,
Yes,
John. And finally,
Good.
last and least, is our newest player, Marisha.
Well, that's an introduction. Okay. Hi, gang. I'm Marisha, she, her, and I'm so excited to be playing in this campaign with everybody here. And can I say my character?
Just say your name. Yeah, it's there on the screen, so it's under.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'll let everyone else find out.
Yeah.
When I introduce her.
Everyone else who is lingering in chat, who's playing right now, you forget how to read.
And
Well,
see.
That's gonna be a problem, Kat.
Mm-hmm.
I never learned to read, so.
Exactly. There we go.
Also, you're blind now.
Yeah, you're
You guys
blind.
can
You
read?
can't see you can't even see the character thing. Anyways, let's take a look at what our lovely players drew from the deck of many things. For Ethan, we have the Sentinel,
That's me. Ooh.
which is described as a door with 2 spears on either side. Additionally, the Gambler,
Nice. That's good.
which has 2 hands reaching for cards and dice. For Echo, we have the Spy Master reversed. It is a crow resting on a hand, overlooking a key. Additionally, the Founder reversed. It is a city against a skyline. Now, the appropriate deck of many things. So, everyone knows the classic deck of many things: Balance, Comet, Donjon, Ariel, Fates, Flames, Fool, Gem, Jester, Key, Knight, Moon, Puzzle, Rogue, Ruin, Sage, Skull, Star, Sun, Talon's Throne, and Void. Yes? So, with these cards, that applies. With some other effects. So, to start, the Sentinel. The equivalent card for this will be the Knight. So, if you don't know, because some people might not know, if you happen to have draw the Knight or equivalent, you gain the service of a knight who magically appears in an unoccupied space you choose within 30 feet of yourself. The knight has the same alignment as you and serves you loyally until death, believing the two of you have been drawn together by fate. So, Ethan and I will be working with you with that one.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
To answer your question, Rose, I will honor 2 bonus ones today. Because this was pre-stream. So, but from here on out, it is 3 once the games start because I don't have it locked down yet. Finally, the Gambler. Now, this card does not have an equivalency on the table, which means this is an IRL effect.
Sweet.
All right, Ethan.
That's me.
For the rest of the game, today, this effect does not carry forward until for the rest. For the rest of today, for this game, every time you must make a roll, you must flip a coin. If you get and you're going to want to write this down. You're going to want to write this down.
Okay.
If you get heads, you roll with advantage. If you get tails, you roll with disadvantage.
Sweet.
Okay?
I love that. I have a coin. It's
Perfect. It's easy. So, knight and those rolls. So, I want you to write those down, please.
Will do.
Echo.
Yeah. Dalton, I swear to God, if you fuck.
First off, I would never. You're engaged. And I am married.
And you're married.
Fucking knew you did.
More importantly, I'm married.
Oh my god.
That's all right. I hate myself too.
Dalton done got wifed.
My goodness.
Oh, I'm so scared.
I'm sorry. This is just the energy that we're bringing to the table today.
Yep.
It's fine.
So, the Spy Master equivalency is going to be Rogue. Rogue. An NPC of my choice becomes hostile towards you specifically, but you don't know the identity of this NPC until they or someone else reveals it. Nothing less than a wish spell or divine intervention can end the NPC's hostility towards you. Please write this down.
I have a technical question.
Yes.
Is that what it does? Because that was like reversed. So does that mean
That, in this case, because it was drawn reverse, it's still read as upright. Okay?
Aw.
Just for
I thought we were
simplicity's
gonna make
sake.
new friends?
Yeah, suddenly you guys befriend the big bads. Like, the campaign's big bads, yeah. They become friendly. Absolutely.
The Titans are suddenly good.
They're suddenly good! Wow!
Suddenly a good thing.
What are you talking about? The Titans are good. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Yeah. And the founder. Finally.
I don't like that. Like,
Echo, you find something.
It's better than the Loster.
That was terrible.
That was really good. That was really good.
Okay.
The panic. The panic.
there's a
This
lot going on.
card has an in-game equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
This is Throne.
What does that do?
I'm sorry, did she say ruin?
Throne.
No,
Throne.
throne.
Oh.
That one's pretty good.
You
actually.
gain proficiency and expertise in your choice of history, insight, intimidation, or persuasion. In addition, you gain rightful ownership of a small keep somewhere in the world.
It was history.
Insight, intimidation, or persuasion. So you can gain proficiency and then expertise in one of those skills.
I would just like to point out that that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't drawn your name.
Shut up. Do you really think Toka is ready for this?
I have a question.
It's
then.
literally,
I have an
it's
answer.
literally going to be the moment from like Ice Age where it's like all the mini sloths with Sid doing the Fire King dance.
I have questions.
I have an answer.
If we redeem the deck of many things thing on your Twitch,
Yes.
can we apply it to ourselves?
No.
Okay.
It's always got to be to someone else.
That's upsetting.
It's fair. That's what that is.
It's the
It is
same
a
way
way
with Chris.
for
You know what?
chat
It's your
to mess with us.
Is your
yeah. It's your stream. Like you do it the way you want to do it. I don't know about
Anyways,
I
let
do have a
us.
quick question.
Yes.
If you wouldn't mind. Sorry. With the proficiencies and then expertise, is that like a one-time, like as I'm rolling kind of thing, or is that like a permanent?
It's permanent.
What are we?
It's a permanent thing. So you permanently get expertise
Let's
in one of those
go.
skills, as well as proficiency.
Okay, you know what this means? You're not homeless.
You have a keep now.
You do have a keep.
It's literally going to be like the Skyrim like male guy who like comes up and is like, "Here's your
Been
deed."
looking for you.
I recommend you write this down, preferably in your respective hidey holes.
Yep, that's what I'm doing right now.
Fantastic. Now, let us truly begin D&D. D&D!
That's what we're doing.
Once again, I remind you of a particular poem based off the title of, which is what this episode is based off of. For whom the bell tolls, does death come to pass? When the bell tolls to 3 and death's gone to 1. So speaks the seer in threats has spun. In Thalia's heart, where gods once swore, the forge still burns, deep in the earth's core. Bronze and oath, the anvil's cry, shapes the path where heroes die. 6 rise by fate's own hand, forged not by birth, but by their command. When the time strikes thrice, one strikes death. The world on whole shall hold its breath. And in the deep, where the mighty titans sleep, the flame of war, where gods shall bleed, begins to creep. We start last session with Hercules and the vineyard and Vin cooking dinner for him and his husband, Hector. It is a simple dish of roasted chicken in a sherry vinegar sauce. The northern gates are... By the northern gates is a second oracle. It's they are the second seat, and the party does go seek them out before trying their hand at freeing their friend. The oracle, not the true oracle of Versailles, but one who is not quite as powerful, tells the party that they, in order to prevent the sacrifice of Medea, they must offer something of equal value. Vin and the party meet up, and they discuss what they need to do, and come up with the idea of finding the golden sheep, or perhaps dyeing/magicking the sheep gold as a sacrifice. Vin, at the same time, also proposes that he takes Medea's place, but that is immediately shot down by everybody else in the party, because they would just put them back in the same position as they were. With a lovely quote from Alarin, he's gonna wrath all over the kingdom. Finer words of wisdom. They head to Wool and Dye, a dye shop, where they happen to find some sort of yellow dye in order to dye the sheep and the wool. With some other stuff. The princess then meets them all at the gate, and 3 bells toll as they leave, sending them on their way. We take a break, and then once we return, the party is led out by Nora, who drives the party towards Medea's, exhaustion pulling down on all of them. They only have a few days of time to save her before she is sacrificed in the princess's place. There's a lot of contemplative emotions as the party journeys, and Vin wonders why he still is here, why he is still traveling with these heroes. 3 days later, they arrive to look at the fleece, which is clean. They got not like a sheep, but like a pile, I guess, of wool that they dyed along their journey yellow, and then we're going to make it gold as they with magic in order to fake the true golden fleece. And as they arrive, they notice that Medea has minutes to spare. With a few finishing touches, the golden fleece is ready, and they approach the centaurs. Honora speaking for her father after the chieftain asks, "Have you come to a decision?" With a few words, the centaurs then stand down, and Sidon arrives for his prize. With clouds rolling and spinning up overhead, Alarin sprints to the rock, offering the fleece just in time to the Storm Titan's avatar. With a successful DC persuasion check from Alarin, the Storm King then accepts the sacrifice and leaves. Everyone then runs as fast as they fucking can away back to the city, because if he catches them, they are fucked. And that is where we left off last time on Glee. Glee. So.
I'll hold off on playing this sound effect for you.
No, you can play it. It's fine.
Please.
Hold on, let me see it. Please let work. Please work. Come on, please. Don't screw me out on this Discord. Come on.
There we go.
Perfect. I'm gonna have fun with this.
Not too much fun, please.
The Grasping Dawn. You have successfully tricked the Stormlord into taking your golden fleece. You have rescued your friend, and you are now currently exhausting your goats as you try to rush back to the city. You still have 3 days. But those 3 days fly by. As much like your rush to receive her, you do not rest much, if at all, taking turns in shifts and pushing the goats for as hard as possible. What are you doing during this period of time out of curiosity?
I'm gonna like pat Alarian on the shoulder. You did good.
Thanks. Well, it wasn't just me, but yeah. I'm happy it worked out. I'm glad Media's safe. Well, relatively speaking, safer.
Well, that's all that matters.
Agreed?
No, we have to do is not to get hit by lightning, I guess.
Oh, no, I think we'll be alright. I mean, if we were able to succeed, I'm sure it was because the Lady of Dreams wished it so. We'll be fine.
Let's hope so.
Vin? What are you doing?
Riding along on my goat.
Riding right along, bum 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 bum.
Silently seething.
Ow! Okay.
Don't die. I don't want to do paperwork.
Hon, you okay?
Yeah, I just domed my
That is-
ankle on my metal chair.
Oh no!
That is a fucking mood.
Oh, sweetie.
I'm okay. It just... I can't feel my input.
Baby!
I
Did your
can't...
foot go numb?
Yep!
How hard did you hit it?
Yeah!
Oh.
I got
Oh,
it, like,
yeah.
right in the soft spot between, like, where the ankle bone meets.
Oh, yeah.
Ouch. Anyways.
07's in
Hey.
chat for cat's foot.
Oh, 7 baby. But, alright, so Vin is silently seething. Cyrus, what are you up to? Other than patting Alarian on the shoulder and maybe jinxing yourselves.
Keeping an eye out.
Let's keep an eye out, okay. Doka, what are you up to?
I am casting something.
What are you casting?
I'm gonna be doing Cure Wounds on Medea.
Okay.
That is a 1d8 plus 4. Medea, you get back 11 hit points.
Yay!
Yay, no
kinda figured
longer
she's, like,
one
on
hit
my
point
goat.
and a dream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've kind of
That's
figured she's on my
fine.
goat because like that's how we have gone. So I'm like just healing her as we're going.
Sure.
It's appreciated.
I will say, when you guys get back to the city, you have all taken a long rest at some point, which means any exhaustion or anything else has not carried forward. You're allowed to recover full hit points. Etc.,
Yeah,
etc.
she's just tending to Medea's wounds and like doing all that kind of stuff, making sure she's like okay and things.
Okay. Medea, what are you doing?
I would guess probably trying hard not to pass out.
Fair enough.
Completely. As one does.
As one does. Mm-hmm. Okay. The journey back to Astoria is rather uneventful. The centaurs have dispersed, returning to the plains. The cyclops that lumbered through the area have all but disappeared. Even the toll bridge, the twins on the toll bridge, are no longer present as you pass over the canyon towards the city. It's quiet. Too quiet. But the silence does not bring an omen. It's as if everyone in the area, everything, have been pulled to one location, away.
Wasn't that festival today?
You don't see a single soul on the road. You see no souls at the gates, clamoring to get inside. Except for yourselves. And as you approach, the guards recognize you. Recognize the princess. And with a small bow, they welcome you inside. And that is where you see where everyone has gone. The streets are busier than they've ever been. You almost have no room to maneuver your goats through, as the streets themselves are packed with people from all over Thalia. Satyrs and elves, some nymphs, and even the occasional centaur or two. It is simply what feels to be a celebration. As noise and voices layer on top of each other, and you're kind of unable to decipher words in any shape or form. You see flags lining the streets, dipping down somewhat close to the crowds, but stringed across the rooftops with burgundy red and cream and white just strung over and over as far as I can see. Vendors and food stalls have popped up like daisies. It's amazingly busy. What is everybody doing? Out of curiosity.
What do y'all think they're all celebrating? Artemis kind of looks around a bit confused.
I'm going to be honest, I have no idea.
So many words. It's such it's such silence there, Aaron.
Well, I mean, I think we did really well, saving both Medea and the princess. Maybe we deserve a bit of a celebration. Who cares what it's actually for, right? Maybe we could take a day off.
Rest. Rest would be nice.
I'm tired.
Yes.
think you would be especially tired. Welcome back.
I'm glad you arrived in time.
As are we.
Surely they weren't going to leave you.
Great conversations, everybody. So good. So good conversations. Very good.
Well, you know.
Okay.
Well, you're right. Rest is probably good. Rest is probably what we need. But I've always been of the mind of I'll sleep when I'm dead, and some of this looks pretty fun. So I'm gonna make my way out there and just see what kind of fun games they've got going. Maybe some good food too.
Try not to be broke when we come back.
I'll do my best.
Is it safe to assume that we still have rooms reserved at the public house?
At the Dragon Tooth, yes. It is safe to assume that you do have that. If not, you could also maybe swing something with the king.
You know, Honora's rather fond. Some of you, most of you.
At least one of you.
I was about to say, so do you guys want to try the king? Maybe get something, I wouldn't say more permanent, but great guys, thanks.
Unless Alarin is being stopped for this conversation, he is already wading into the crowd of people.
Okay, alright, cool,
Big
cool.
smile.
Yep.
Oh,
Come back here, grabs his thing.
It's like I'm picking up a puppy or a cat. It's like, come here for a second.
all right. Yeah. Yes.
We need to figure out where we go from here first. Before we...
All right.
First off, so let's first deal with room and board.
Okay.
So, Toka, let's follow up on you and the princess's idea. Go to the king first, see if we can swing something. In case that our rooms are no longer there. It's better to be safe than sorry for it.
She's gonna give like little thumbs up. She's just pretty much, she's like, I wouldn't say distracted, but she's just trying to make sure that nobody is like gonna accidentally put an elbow into Medea.
Fair enough.
Then
He's making sure.
we will go from there. Sound like a plan to everybody?
Sounds good. Let's do it quick. I don't want to miss anything.
I'm sure you won't.
I have a question.
I have an
Just
answer.
Just a like a common sense train of thought
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
This entire celebration is like citywide, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It is from
So-
gate to gate, from floor to ceiling, if not sky.
Floor to ceiling, from tip to tail.
Yep.
Should the king be attending this celebration and not?
Yeah. Yeah, he would be. He would, in fact, be attending this this celebration. Where is difficult to say, but he would most likely be attending this.
I mean, we can go maybe talk to the guards.
I'll,
I mean, you are traveling with royalty who probably knows where her father would be during the festivities.
That's actually
So that might help.
yeah.
Maybe.
Nora, you wouldn't happen to know where your father might be during these festivities, would you?
Well, probably where the largest feasting and drinking is happening.
That's perfect.
Right. So, let's go check.
Okay. All right. So, all right, hold on. Let me ask this. Who's going to go check in at the Dragon Tooth? Who is going to hunt down the king? Or are you all going together? Or are you separate?
I think we're all going to the king. It sounds
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. With that in mind, I need everybody then to make just a real quick,
Investigation.
Yep. Because there's a lot of food and drink in the area.
All right, great sense of direction. Go. It was not a great sense of direction.
I got an 11.
That is a 2.
Toka's shorter than everyone. She's catching elbows.
You said investigation, correct?
Yeah.
17 minus 1 is 16.
Did you flip a coin?
Did you flip your coin?
Did, yes. I flipped it. I showed it to the camera. It was heads. I had advantage.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Medea got a 3.
Okay.
Honora,
Let's
on the
go.
other hand, natural 20.
Let's go.
Which, of course, Honora is going to be the one to get the natural 20 on that roll.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, general vibe-wise, for those who don't know the king very well, there's a lot of food and drink, and it's actually quite distracting. There's stalls and other like merchants around. There's a lot of music that is currently being played throughout the streets, lots of dancing and singing and instruments and that kind of stuff. The prominent thing that most of you noticed is a lot of the stalls offer drink more so than food, and a lot of it is being wine. But in the central square of the city, you would know that that's probably where the most of those food stalls and vendors happen to be. So, with Honora leading the way, you do find, and fighting your way through the crowd, of course, a very drunk King Pythor. Central of the crowd, surrounded by various individuals, some of them soldiers, some of them advisors, some of them just regular old people. And there's kegs of wine and roasted meat and all sorts of things that just kind of permeate the area in several different layers. The king, of course, is in the center. He is not sitting. He is kind of standing with his arm around one of these advisors, laughing heartedly at something that has been said as he listens along to the music, his head bobbing slightly, the drink in his hand sloshing as he moves and does so. I take it you guys approach.
I think that's a fair assessment of the situation. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You all approach the king, and he spots you from over the crowd, his eyes kind of gleaming with this joy and festivity, and he raises his mug, takes a big swing.
Great king, lovely to see you again. You seem in good spirits.
But of course, my daughter is safe. He has been appeased. The people are happy. And it's a joyful fucking day.
Great, yes, couldn't agree more. All good things. If you've a moment to spare, we were just hoping to secure lodging for the night, being that we aren't from here, don't have a set place. Don't want to take up too much of your time, though. Celebrating the victories is quite important.
You don't have lodgings.
Well, I think we did, maybe, but we're unsure if we still have them.
And you're asking me why?
You know, well, I just figured you had the authority to just, provide some.
They did rescue me, Father.
Yes, they did.
You did?
They did rescue you. This is what this whole thing's about, is your rescue and your safety. Do you want lodgings at the castle? At the palace? Or do you want them somewhere else? 'Cause I can make something happen.
Probably somewhere else, right, King? We don't need to be in a castle, right?
We're not attempting to be greedy, so.
Right, yeah. No, just somewhere else.
Oh,
is fine.
greedy,
Anywhere,
Smeedy. You rescued my daughter, saved her from an untimely sacrifice.
Right, but I do feel like, no offense to you, I do feel like once you sobered up, you'd be like, get the fuck out of my house.
Even sober. You'd be welcome. For a day. At least.
Well, that's good to know. Great, yeah. I think, just some of us don't vibe as well in such lofty settings. Just anywhere, any inns that you might recommend would be perfect.
Dragon Tooth.
I think I've heard of that one, actually. Yeah.
I feel like that name kind of just itches a spot in the back of my head.
Well, I can't say where I remember it from, but it sounds great. Perfect.
Give me a second.
Oh, you good?
My eyes are bothering me.
Well, tell him to stop.
God, I wish.
Lauren,
Okay, we're good. So, I can swing it, but if you also just can't make it happen because the Dragon Tooth is like super busy most
That's what we
days,
were thinking, right?
you're welcome to stay for a little while at least.
Good
At
to know.
least until you
Great.
leave the city. And also, you'll
Yeah.
have my protection, blah, 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 blah.
Blah blahs are my favorite part. Great. Yeah, no, we'll check in with the Dragon Tooth. If we can't, if it's filled up, we can't get a room, we'll swing by the castle when it's time to rest up. Sound good with you all, my fellows? Turns to party.
Sounds like a good plan.
Sweet.
Toka's like shrunk into herself from the compliments from the king. She doesn't understand that.
It's okay. Tall lion head pat. Pet.
In the meantime, the day is still young. And the festival goes on for at least a week. You should celebrate.
Could not agree more, my king. Could not agree more. Personal question, real quick, before we pop out of here. Advice from the God King. What's the best thing to drink around here? What's got you so well, feeling as well as you do?
I like a good wine.
Noted. Thank you so much for your time.
Enjoy the festival. And if you can, spend a few hours. I recommend the amphitheater. Good place this year.
Lovely. Good to know.
Next place.
The Dragon Tooth?
The Dragon Tooth.
Let's be off.
Picks up
Walking.
Toka. It's like, no, come on. No partying you just yet.
The satyr in me is returning.
Now, you can choose, Lily, by the way, if Anora travels with the party or stays with her father or returns to the castle. You don't. That's up to you.
okay, I think she's going to accompany y'all back to your inn of choice, Dragon Tooth. And then after you got settled, we'll see what she does.
Cool. On your way there, can everyone make a perception check, please?
Sure. Please be better than it.
It's a
That's
one.
definitely a lot better.
I
That
got
is a 16.
16.
Mini dice don't fail me now.
17 from Alarin.
Mm-hmm.
$15 from Medea.
Gotcha. Okay. Sorry, I am taking notes for everybody. Because we need a note taker. As you travel back to the Dragon's Tooth, escorted by the princess, it's very crowded. Are you guys still on your goats? Or have you left them at the
No.
gate? What's going on with
I-
those?
I was
Leave
about to
them to-
just return mine.
Just return it.
Alright.
No more goats.
I
Oh,
I
my
understand
goodness.
the person might be attending the festivities, so
Just return the goats.
Yeah.
We can walk. It's fine.
Wonderful. As you do so, the music is lively and it follows you throughout the entirety of the streets. You see more vendors with stalls full of different kinds of food and drink. The closer it seems that they get to the tavern, the less wine there happens to be, instead offering different sorts of beverages of any sorts. People are mingling and conversing. Some children are running around, elbowing their way through the crowds and past everybody else. In the very distance, you can see the circular shape of the outdoor amphitheater, standing tall and proud against the skyline, marbled and shining as if brand new. It is exciting. You can feel the people's joy here. And it's strange too, because you don't know what the story was what story was told to them. But somehow, in some way, they have found a way to celebrate. Even though this was something that was a dedicated time, it seems to have been pushed early due to the previous events. It is on the way to the Dragon Tooth that you see, that most of you see something different. Remind me again, who rolled above a 15?
That would be me.
Only two of you?
Nina Lauren.
Okay.
Yeah, but say Medea and I both got 15s, like on dot.
Fantastic. Your gazes, as you're looking around the crowd, fall upon a figure who stands taller than the crowd itself, than most of the crowd itself. Their face is not shown. It's not visible to you as of right now. And you see this figure just simply looking towards two children off on the street, as if watching them. And you hear these passing conversation. Did you hear? A voice says. Its owner, a young child who rocks excitedly on their toes by a little shop on the way to the tavern. The scent of fresh bread wafting and mingling with the wine and scent of meat Besides them is another child, a young girl, about 10 years old, who nods rapidly as her friend speaks. The king himself summoned the heroes. They met with him. That never happens. And the first child continues to nod, their eyes wide. Yes, my mama said that the king hasn't taken visitors for many years, mainly because he's kind of drunk a lot. But they were the people who brought back Nora. I mean, the princess Nora, and just immediately got summoned by him. And that was really cool. They must be super powerful. Her friend agrees, their eyes practically shining at the thought. They must be! Otherwise, His Majesty wouldn't have brought them back afterwards. They must be so powerful. And this figure stands for a moment, watching, observing. This stationary statue of pure muscle and red-black skin. You see this, what appears to be curling horns, even if you can't see their face, against their back, and a large, long tail forked with cloven feet, and a almost massive sword strung upon their back. And then it's as if that moment breaks, and that figure steps into the dragon tooth, pushing their way through the thick crowd and entering. For those who rolled above a 17 and higher, you notice that the tail attached to this figure seems to flick as if contemplating something. As if focus and focusing upon something else. But they step inside, leaving the two children to laugh and cry and, well, not cry, but talk excitedly about the potential of these heroes, what they look like, what they do, why they happen to be heroes of prophecy. Before you, too, follow after and step inside the stupidly crowded rooms of the Dragon Tooth Inn. What do you all do?
Cyrus, do you think you could get us to the front so we can talk to the barkeep, ask if we've still got our rooms?
Sure, you grab that one. Motion over to Toka.
There's just an arm through the crowd. Help!
She's slowly starting to... Actually, Toka, could you make me a dexterity check?
Oh god, okay.
The animal handling check
It's
these
just-
crowds are
Sucked into the sea of people.
It's only a 6.
Oh, yeah. You enter.
Oh.
You enter, and you are immediately whisked away by the crowd as they like shift and like pull forward towards the innkeep.
All you hear is a goat scream.
Captain!
So all you freaking hear, all around you know is Toka.
And you
Oh,
just
right.
see a
no,
hand,
that's
yeah,
good.
just appear as she's like,
Don't worry, I will definitely take care of Toka.
Okay. I
Just
will.
let-
I'll see if I can squeeze us through.
I believe in you. Best of luck. Lauren will try to get to her Toka.
There's just goats screaming constantly in the
yeah, inside you see 100 or so different heads, and you see Delphin, the barkeep, in his grizzled old age, manning the bar solitary. There's a few barmaids just kind of running around trying to serve everyone, but for the most part, he's the one running the show. And it seems that this is a very popular destination for the festivities as a place of rest. And so, with that in mind, Osiris, I need you to also make me a dexterity check to see how well you make it through the crowd.
Question to DM.
Answer to player.
Could I use strength instead?
I'll allow it.
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through.
like a poor child in the way he just picks him up, puts him over there.
That's a 12.
That's a 12.
12.
Okay. You can pick through the crowd easily enough. And as you do so, you eventually get to the front of the bar. And Delphin kind of just gives you a little.
Business is going good, I assume.
Business as usual.
Good to hear. I was wondering if our rooms are still available.
You had
Just out of curiosity.
2, right? 2, 3. The lot of you.
I believe it was 2. I think we were sharing rooms.
Let me check. And he pulls out this massive ledger and unrolls it with a wrist, flick of his wrist. What's your name again?
Osiris.
In the other room?
That would probably be under Medea.
Yeah, your rooms are still good.
Okay, good. Thank you. Turn back to the others, give a thumbs up.
Oh, good. I'm going to go sleep.
Well, I won't take up too much of your time. Enjoy the festival while you can. Try not to work too hard, eh?
No.
Fair enough.
He kind of gives you another nod and lets you disperse.
Disperse, yes.
For those who are not sleeping,
Yes.
aka not Medea,
Just as sorry, just a quick thing.
Yeah.
We didn't get a long rest, did we?
You got a long
did.
rest. Everyone got a long rest.
Remember to do that.
I wanted to do it so that way
Okay.
everyone's good to go, you know? Blank slate all across the board. For those who are not Medea, make another perception check, please.
Both
Have
of us.
I been helped out of the sea?
Ooh.
Made my way through and just yoink.
Yoink.
23.
23.
Yes.
It's another perception.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
It's a 15.
I got disadvantage on that one and got a 16.
Okay. You notice that figure that you saw outside. Kind of sitting nearby. Somehow they managed to grab a table despite the crowd, and you see that they are peering at a sign. You notice that the big old sword is like resting nearby, and they're peering at the sign. For those who rolled above a 12, you notice that the sign reads, if I can find it, give me a sec. No weapons inside the premises of the bar due to liability concerns. Please keep all weapons such as blades, whips, and mauls inside your room or see Delphin for storage.
I wonder why that is.
And you notice that this is a new sign. It is fresh. It is nicely painted. There's like a little, like small little text at the bottom saying Delphin is not responsible for the loss of any weapons, materials, or otherwise within the premises, and will not be liable for anything stolen or lost. Please see Delphin for further information. Also, please no bar fights. And like you see that the individual seems to look around but not be quite sure who Delphin is, and like looks at their weapon and then looks around and then looks down at their weapon and then looks around. Marisha, would you please describe your character?
Right. Let's do this. You all see her sitting down, like as sort of working off as the initial description. You see this muscle-bound 6'10" tiefling, sort of sitting down at the table, sort of slightly just scratching at the table irritably, and just out of sort of annoyance. If you look closely, a huge indicator of her appearance is you see the skeletal scars that adorn not only her face, but all across her body, sort of taking the shape of both of the ridges around her skull and sort of displaying her like like scars sort of in a tooth, like showing her teeth, and as well as showing other parts of her bone structure, such as her neck, her arms, fingers, etc. You see a nice bit of fur, like sort of adorning across like her legs, like sort of from the waist down, as well as tufts of fur on like sort of at the underside of her spaded tail. But you also notice bright, burning red eyes sort of peering underneath her through the crowd, and sort of not having any like these are very much like like red irises but have a black scilla, and with the actual irises sort of glowing a bit. Her armor, she is wearing sort of like this armor that isn't actually armor, but looks to not really give off much protection, but more so is purely a set for aesthetic. With pouches and such, and a shoulder pauldron in the shape of a skull. It is very much like a mixture of like loose leather straps and such, in addition to something akin to like a gladiatorial like a skirt, like something like you would see in like Spartans would wear. As described, she also has this giant ass sword that's sort of almost her size. Like it's a little bit smaller, but it's just like it sort of like meets her like about her neckline. If it's like standing like if she and Ed like were sort of measured like side to side, as well as on her along her waist you see two separate cleavers like sort of hanging off like just swinging like idly. And lastly, you see a long, like a very much like Viking braid hairstyle, sort of braided with a ponytail hanging down like over the shoulder, and sort of the shoulder over her red violet like skin, with both red and black strands of hair.
Marisha, do you give me permission to post your photo that I drew?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. For people in the
Post the
stream, you guys have
photos.
already been seeing it.
Yeah.
You've already been seeing it.
Only a part of it,
And
but
also
like.
And I'll also post the Hero Forge on the character photos.
Oh no, she's hot.
But yeah, eventually Corva sort of says, "Feck," and starts walking towards the crowd to the bar.
And eventually she is met with Delphin. Cough, cough. This individual. Oh. This individual It's made to wait for good solid 5 to 10 minutes before Delphin finally addresses them. And he kind of gives this figure a short nod. What you need, girl?
Hold on. I gotta pull up what we did last night. Hello, boyo. I suppose you could lend me an hand. Just looking for the, store me weapons and maybe get me some wine for a bit. You can help me there.
Delphin nods only once as you kind of like observe this small exchange. The crowd, by the way, has thinned a little bit. Like, it's not as thick as people have been turned away from the rooms. You're in luck, class. I'd be the man you're looking for. Are you looking for a room and board, or just want a drink? We have only one room that is left that is available. If you don't want to stay, you'll have a hard time leaving the city due to all the festivities. If not, I can store them for you for a small fee, of course. It's included in the price of your wine.
Corva sort of reaches to one of her shoulder pouches and sort of takes out like a handful of coins and just like, alright, well, 15 gold get me. Because if I'll get myself a room and maybe some wine. If you're looking for more, though, I can give you a nice tip. In exchange for any info I'm looking into.
Give me a second, please. Aye. 15 should be enough to cover you for a couple. And he silently gives her a nod. But their conversation kind of falls a little bit. They naturally start speaking a little quieter. Only small murmurs here and there. You can only hear a couple words like information and something about screwing over. And a few of them, and you catch the sentence, a few of them owe me favors. Before Delphin replies with, better yet still, ask one of the prophets. And just small little words like that exchanged before Corva is sent along her way. We got a raid.
Huzzah! Big raid's coming our way.
Hello.
But, yeah, so those are some tidbits and snippets of words that you hear. While we are here, a small break time.
Oh.
It's 2 cards for Medea, because she isn't with the group. Might as well do it while we have the raiders coming in. So.
Chaos.
Oh boy.
We're gonna do
Oh
about that
boy.
much. So, Lily. Let me get organized real quick. And after this, we have one more deck of many things pull. So, it's gonna be good. What are we pulling?
Third from your right.
Okay. Pick one more.
and The one in the dead center.
Okay. Medea's deck of many things pull. The Queen. This is a sword piercing a crown with a triangle. And the Shepherd. This is what appears to be a goat skull. Stares at Toka.
I healed you.
Oh
I
boy.
fucking healed you.
So, remember to write this down.
Okay.
So, we are going to say this is going to go crazy. The Queen is equivalent to the sun.
Fun for you.
The sun is a magic item, my choice, appears on your person. In addition, you gain 10 temporary HP daily until you die. So.
Wait, holy crap.
Sounds like a threat.
Hold on, I got a sound for this.
Praise
I got
be
sound
the
for this.
sun, everybody.
Praise the sun.
Praise the sun.
Praise the sun!
The Shepherd. The Shepherd doesn't have a card equivalent,
Oh no.
which means I choose what the effect is. And in this case, it's a negative effect, I'm afraid.
Well,
Also at dawn daily, you are surrounded by rats, frogs, snakes, or bats. To the point where you cannot see or move in front of you, as there are so many. The only way to get rid of these is to either get someone to pull them away from you, or by making them disappear yourself. After 1d10 rolled by me, the DM, after 1d10 hours, they despawn. Hours. Like I said, you can get rid of them yourself, but we are not going to describe you getting rid of them. You just have to tell me. Also, I determine what creatures are surrounding you. And also, additionally, if any NPCs who are friendly to you see you surrounded by these vermin, you will suffer negative on the persuasion checks and charisma checks for that NPC for the day.
Holy shit.
Hey. Dang, I was kind of like, oh, do I gotta show like do I gotta show like a pet pic or something? Okay.
It's a little far worse than that, I think.
Hey, chat. Chat, people in the chat. I just want to tell you all, I love you all so much, and really respecting y'all for making sure that me, the newbie, would not suffer a fate like that. So
Hey,
thank
everyone
you all
should
so
let
much.
Mar draw cards.
No, they shouldn't. I'm new here.
I knew here. I'm
We got a
Dalton.
hazer.
Lily, you know what you must do?
Really?
It's true, I do know what I have to do.
You must do it.
Really?
No, you
Use
don't
it for the last
know.
one.
You
Really?
shouldn't. You shouldn't, because I'm a nice person.
Anyways.
You have to.
Oh.
Oh my god, yes.
Well, that's not.
How many cards is Corva drawing, Brandon?
15.
Oh my god.
Chat decides how many is being drawn, so.
How many? Chat, don't.
What's the limit? No, they asked that, yeah.
The limit is 15. Because I can't hold that many cards.
Oh no.
Also, by the way, because this deck is bigger than 100 cards, I think,
Oh.
Oh my
we will
God.
be drawing
Oh my
these
God.
during break. We are going to be drawing these during break.
Well, guys.
What?
Oh,
Welcome to the campaign,
oh my
Marisha.
God.
Welcome to Celebration.
Oh my god.
I really hope that you don't draw the void. That would be really nice. Right off the cusp.
That would.
But,
Oh, this is.
so, yeah. So,
Chat, I treated you nothing. I treat you nothing with love and affection. Why?
Because this is
Good
Cat's
job.
chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to count the cards, because depending on how many cards are in the deck will depend on if the same card, like, or the same effect will apply to a different card. This is good.
That
This is-
sucks for you, Mar. I'm sorry.
This is good. This is fine.
Oddly spinning. You've made the list.
I would also like to
That's
remind
heavy.
I would also like to remind you that you unpromptedly spoke to the chat.
Yeah, you spoke to
And
them
it's just
directly.
kind of your fault.
You did do
You
that.
did this to yourself. And that, with that last one, that is the last one of the night. So there will be no more Deck of Many Things. I'm actually going to lock that down now. Everyone say goodbye,
Yeah,
Deck of
before
Many
more people do it.
Things.
Bye, deck of many things.
Goodbye, Deck of Many Things. I should maybe increase the cost of it. Because it's really cheap.
It's really cheap.
It's really
really
cheap. Okay. What are you, the Grasping Dawn, doing as you hear this conversation and see this figure? I do want to say that tieflings are a rarity. You don't see a lot of them here. They are often, much like Medusae, considered cursed.
I mean, I've already put this in chat.
Mm.
Toka's full-blown staring wide-eyed.
Gotcha.
Obviously, bangs are slightly covering, maybe a little bit messed up due to the stampede I just went through, but she is literally going, goat but not goat? What? Like, she is fascinated with Corva.
Mhm. Gotcha.
Because she's like, is this brotherin or no?
Brethren? Is this brother?
Cyrus just nudges Toka. Just, hey, you're being rude. You're being rude. Stop staring. Let's
Doubles down
let's
further.
sit down and discuss our plan. What are we doing?
I'm gonna run upstairs real quick to a room and just take off my armor, and I'll be back for festivities and whatnot.
Oh yeah, that's true. We got somebody redeemed a surprise combat roll.
What?
We got a surprise combat roll.
Oh, I didn't see that!
Oh no!
Oh,
That was during
no.
Corva's introduction.
It was Brandon.
Brendan.
That was during Corva's introduction.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Surprise combat. A bunch of rats.
I hear boss music.
Why do I hear boss music?
Okay, so you go off to take off your armor. Everyone else is kind of lingering in the room. Neri seems a little nervous about the crowd. She's kind of like eyeing it, and she's specifically eyeing Corva, and like kind of glancing between everybody about that. But you do see that she takes a little bit of interest at the mention of the prophets. Normally, the prophets are, as you all know, not ones to delve information in that way. Most of the time, when they do so, it's an important event or place, or several events in the case of all of you. What are we doing?
That's what we need to discuss. We'll wait for Tolerant to get back.
Comes back, armor off, violin in hand.
Oh no.
Are you not wearing heavy armor? God damn, that was quick.
I think it's only medium. Checks notes.
I think so.
Medium, it's fine.
It takes me a good 10 minutes to take mine off. God damn.
Alarn, as you scurry back downstairs, Neri kind of catches your eye, kind of like looks at you a little shyly before like glancing away. Like, she's used to, obviously, you with your armor on, and she has seen you without it, but
That is correct.
That is very much correct.
God damn.
she, it's clear that she's still kind of like shy about that a little bit before she like, glances away.
Toka has a full-on scowl.
It's like she can feel
Osiris
it.
gets her to look away from Corva to witness that, and she's just like, fuck.
So, what are we doing? Are we going to celebrate? Are we gonna just go straight to the mines? What are we doing?
I think what we need at the moment, because I don't know about anybody else, but I am broke. We need funds.
Toka will glance at Alarin, knowing that he brought down the violin.
Yeah, I was hoping for a little bit of rest and relaxation, and maybe some partying too. You know, celebrate
Looks
the-
at Alarin.
And if you need funds,
I
oh yes, oh, yeah,
have one rule.
one rule.
If we're going to do any sort of performances
Mhm.
to this lay of last time,
I'm hoping to get some performing.
have-
Yes.
two Yeah, it's like one. Nope. 2 rules.
2? The rules are multiplying?
You only have 2 rules. 1, you do not get arrested. If you get arrested, I am leaving you there for the night. You
Fair
will
enough.
think about those actions that you did. That is your problem.
Alright.
2,
What's rule number 2?
I say this as a very, very tired Leonin looks at Neri. Do not kill anyone.
I'm gonna try my best not to. It wasn't my intention the first time, or the second, or the third.
Vin slams on the table.
Oh.
I don't want to slam on my desk. There's a lot of very fragile.
Insert slam noise here.
Thank you, Mar.
I don't think that that's quite right. See, what you have done is you have created a cycle in which you continuously kill people. I don't mean the crazy as fuck cultists at the Oracle's Temple. I'm talking about us. I almost died. From what it looks like, Alarin almost died. Osiris almost died. And then you fucking blew yourself up.
I'm gonna reiterate that, by the way, Vin. Not almost died. Mind you. I have died from her before.
Toka
I
has
think-
so much more respect for Vin right now.
But yes,
He's going up
by
on
all
the friendship
means,
list.
go off, King.
And I am, honestly, I'm Neri, I'm sick and fucking tired of it. I'm tired of you acting without thinking of the consequences. I'm tired of you burning down whole forests. And I'm tired of you killing us because of the actions you decided to make.
A moment's pause. You're justified in your anger, certainly. But to say that it was all her decisions is a little unfair. She has wild magic. That's not something she decided to do.
That's not an excuse.
That these decisions should have been made with that little aspect in mind.
I'm sorry.
You okay, Kat?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I'm good. We're good.
She's getting into it. She's in the zone. Don't interrupt her.
Okay, sorry.
Kat and I constantly have these moments with our characters all the time. Do not worry. They're fine.
Let her do it.
I'm trying to cook.
Okay.
Let me cook. I am but a little hot egg on a hot plate in the sun. Give me a second. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll try to do better. Think about it a little more before I act. I wish I could control it. I do. I wish I could control it better. But I can't. I can't control it better. And I'm sorry that it has not only hurt you, but killed you before.
seeing people die. And honestly, the fact that you're here right now is a fucking miracle. And you are a being that resides on this realm, so you do matter. But we can't all get that lucky. We all have one life to live. And it seems to me like you don't cherish that one life.
I do. I do cherish it. I'm trying. And I'm sorry that I don't have control. I'm sorry that I'll do better. I'll try to do better. I can't help it though. I'm sorry.
I don't want your apology. I want you to show me.
Vin gets up and
Show me
walks
what
out of the tavern.
Show me with your actions, not your words. I had taken an oath that I would defend you until you got your memories back, so long as you did not lie to me. You remember that, don't you?
Of course I do.
Do not abuse that. Be it willingly or unwillingly. Do not abuse that.
Make an intimidation check.
Can he
While-
have advantage because we're both kind of going at her?
You know what? I'll
While it's
do that
happening-
for you. Yep.
While that's happening, I want to say, Vin, as you get up to leave, you immediately bump into Corva, who's just looming over your entire table.
Okay, with advantage, you said?
Yeah.
Corva generally like
So he's a short king, so I gotta double check here real quick.
That is
Oh, yeah.
I was about to say there is a new height chart in the thing for you to understand.
He
Go
can-
ahead.
Yeah.
That's a natural 20.
Oh my god.
So that is a total of intimidation, 21. I may be bound by my oath, but if you cross that line, I will abandon you.
Meanwhile, Vin looks up at Corva, right?
yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, Vin looks up at Corva. Oh, fuck.
Corva just like you're being quite loud and quite rude.
I'm only speaking facts that need to be said.
That's fair. Very fair. Mind your tongue. Or save it for private company. Don't make me listen to your bullshit.
Toka's ear twitches.
Is all due respect, ma'am. I'm not forcing anyone to listen. Maybe you should stop listening where you're not meant to.
Toka is going to look at Osiris and Olerin, the two people who can usually keep peace.
Lauren is looking excitedly, like, ooh, what's gonna happen next?
I would like a intimidation roll, please.
You may
I do-
absolutely do so.
I do, Marisha, I do love how prior to the session we're just like, oh, can't wait to be friends.
We're gonna be so
And
close.
can I also cast thaumaturgy sort of 3 times to make my voice boom and my eyes glow even brighter? And sort of have ominous whispers start appearing behind Vin's like a head.
You know what? I'll allow it. Cause
And
it's
I-
cool.
Yeah, why not?
You may
It
roll with
says I can
advantage.
do that 3 times.
You may roll with
Okay.
advantage.
I have 3 of its 1 minute effects active at a time.
Yep, that's fine. Vin.
What?
Roll to keep your cool. So
I don't think it fucking matters.
I don't think it matters,
You're
but
gonna
you know
natural 20,
what?
You're gonna be terrified.
If you want to just see, it's just for funsies, you know. I don't know what the roll to keep your cool happens to be. Make a chill
Wisdom
check.
Save, I believe.
I think it's wisdom.
Yeah, it's
It's
a wisdom
usually a
save.
wisdom save, yeah.
Make a wisdom
Yeah.
save.
Sometimes it's charisma, but
We're gonna say wisdom. You're a monk. You got this. Make,
Yeah, why not?
I swear
Roll.
to God, Toka's about to jump into somebody's arms out of fear. Just with this
Roll.
natural 20
Yeah.
There's a tall
going.
lion man here. Don't worry.
I really need to say, for Christmas you got me these wonderful dice,
Mhm.
and they are doing me such wonders tonight.
that's good.
And
That's
I am-
good. That's good.
I am so.
I have my murder dice out for a particular reason. Anyways, what did you roll, Vin?
So-
Just putting it also in a chat, but I got a 19,
Mhm.
and so plus 5, that is 24,
Mhm.
and a natural 20.
Yeah. Vin.
I also got a natural 20.
I think that's a reroll.
All right.
It's 2 nat 20s.
We're doing rollies. We're gonna
Rollies?
We're gonna do rollies, everybody. Okay. So, with this, normally I'm so cool for rule of cool. We're not rolling yet. We're not rolling yet. Everyone chill. Everyone chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck out.
You're the one that's yelling.
I know. Hands off your dice. But what we are normally, I'm very cool with this. Natural 20s, cool effect happens. But when there's 2 natural 20s in conflict of each other, we will do rollies. So, the 2 of you pick up your d20, please. You are not going to be adding anything to this roll. It's going to be whatever happens to be highest. When I count down, you roll together. Okay? In 3, 2, 1. Roll the dice. Let's see what happens.
19.
I swear
That
to
is a 17.
Okay. Vin is unaffected. Everyone else, though, make a wisdom save because you're in the vicinity of this.
I'm so sorry, Mom.
Yep.
Question.
Answer.
Because of my intimidation facing a certain direction, does Mara have to look at that?
No.
No. Okay. I just wanted to double check that.
No.
It's a wisdom save?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to talk about it.
What did you roll?
A nat 1.
Oh,
What's your total?
Oh,
Toka?
baby!
Toka, what's your roll? What's your total?
In total, a 7.
In total is 7?
Okay.
I have a +6 to wisdom saves, and I nat 1.
So, I think I got you beat there. I also got a nat 1. However, I have a -1 to my wisdom save, so that's a 0.
Oh,
Oh my
that's
god.
a natural 0.
That's a natural 0.
Who are you jumping
0.
into?
What's that?
Whose lap are you jumping into
Yours?
as a big fucking cat?
I'm not. I'm just sitting there.
Oh Lord, what did you roll?
It was not a natural 20. It was a 23 total. Because
Okay.
Good wisdom for clerics.
We stand good dice rolls in the house here,
So,
especially with your
Mara.
track record.
Mara, how far are we willing to take this?
I'm going to let you guys discuss that because we are going to go into break. So we will be back in 15 minutes. This may or may not be our surprise combat round. This may or may not be our surprise. Bar fight again. So this may or may not be our surprise combat, and which was redeemed earlier. In the meantime, we are going to be drawing 15 cards from the deck of many things.
Oh.
And in case
Oh,
people...
this like fucked me
Oh,
over.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby. And also... And the fun thing about this, the deck of many things also has IRL consequences. As you may have seen with Ethan, flipping a coin every time he rolls. If he gets heads, he rolls with advantage, and if he gets tails, he rolls with disadvantage. It's due to the coin of the dice. Toka also got some deck of many things. So we are, and Medea has just gotten deck of many things, so this is the final deck of many things pull with 15 cards. 15 cards is the maximum that you can pull at any given time. And then the deck replenishes. Many of these effects are one and done, so they are once per session, or they are consistent. So that is what to look forward to after the break. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. See you later! and ooh, there we go. We are back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back from the break. I hope you managed to get some hydration, grab some snacks, as we continue this little journey. Right before we went on break, we had Vin and Osiris tear into Neri about her inaptitude of magic and her ability to kill people very quickly, while we had Corva, the newest individual to join the parade of people, overhear this conversation and step in. That is where we left off. I drew those 15 cards from the deck of many things for Corva, as requested by Marisha and given by Brandon. So, let's go through these. Shall we? So.
Fuck it. Do your worst.
I will.
That's the spirit. Don't show fear. The bears could smell fear.
This DM smells it. So, the first card is the Dancer. This is a pair of hands holding a red ribbon. Your strength or your charisma increases by 2.
Oh!
Is that a maxed out strength skill I hear?
Yes.
That.
The Sleeper is next. This is a card surrounded by clouds with a closed eye. You immediately fall magically asleep. If you are immune to magically asleep, then this effect does not happen. You will the effect lasts until you are either attacked or you spend a full 12 hours in game to sleep.
Please metagame.
Scares the shit out of us and then just passes the fuck out.
So,
You short.
Mar, I recommend that you write all of these down to the appropriate card so you know.
Yep. So it's +2 strength was for the Dancer.
Yes.
Okay.
You get a +2 to strength and or charisma.
Okay.
Next up. This is a really ironic card, actually, because this is known as the Weaver. Now, for the other cards, I didn't read the small descriptions underneath, but for the Weaver, this is oddly appropriate for Corva, as it represents rediscovery and transition.
Hey!
So the Weaver is described as a pair of 2 hands weaving a tapestry. I'm going to set this aside. You don't know the effect of this yet.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to get into the context of that because that is not appropriate yet. Mar, I will DM you after the game about the effects of the Weaver.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds. I meant to go charge my phone during the break. It is almost dead. We are sitting at 1% battery. Because I got distracted.
So I like imagine that Corva does not fall over like asleep. More so, she just falls asleep standing up.
We're gonna have to fucking try to carry you or something.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
It'll be great.
No,
It's
not,
fine.
it's not just Corva. You have to carry her fucking sword. She has a berserker sword.
No. They're gonna hand it to Toka and like, and Toka's just gonna be taken out instantly.
The next card
It's a full ass Buster sword.
is the cartographer. It is
Photographer.
a picture of a map being drawn. On this one, every time you try to make a check in recollection of locations of something, you make it with advantage.
Okay.
Next up, the archer. This is a card with a single bow on it.
All right. Do I just get sniped?
She just falls asleep and we just see like a red dot on her chest.
Falls asleep and immediately gets shot.
I get shot in the ass.
You take 20 piercing damage from a stray arrow from 40 miles away.
Sovereign sends his regards.
it goes right past like Vin's tiny head.
It goes in the bar and just like ting 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 ting. Oh.
So, this doesn't really apply to anything, but any magical items that you are carrying disintegrates.
Aw. I
have
think our
nothing.
version is cooler.
So,
So that's ruin. Or
No.
that's like that's not ruin, but
it's talons.
right.
Right, that one, yeah.
The assassin.
Okay.
Wow.
I think I know what that one is.
I'm sorry.
The assassin. An avatar death appears in an unoccupied space.
Wonderful.
As close to you as possible.
Surprise combat!
Surprise combat!
Surprise combat!
So she's screwed.
She's fucked.
Royally
Cat.
screwed.
Cat.
Yeah, yeah.
I just finished that portrait. I swear to fucking God.
Don't worry,
Just
don't
finished
worry,
it this morning.
don't worry,
Can you
don't worry.
Can you fucking not?
I didn't choose this.
You know what?
This is
You know what?
Mar
You can
and
blame-
Brandon. Thank you.
You can blame Chad.
You blame chat for this, not me.
No, I blame Marisha. She's the one that called him out.
Yeah, she's the one who said it. She's like, "Hey, chat, don't give me cards. I'm new here." And then chat went,
No,
"Bad
I'm saying
bet."
the chat was nice.
You fool. Anyways, so an avatar of death appears around you, as close to you as possible. You fall asleep
Yeah.
in the middle of the bar. There's more effects. I'm
let's
not even halfway through yet. Let's make this happen. But for everyone else, you see an avatar of death appear. Just suddenly emerges out of the ground. Its scythe raised and its cloak billowing. It doesn't seem to care about any of you. It only cares about Corva. Thankfully, none of you are considered allies yet. So, it's only going to be the one. Anyways, carrying on. The air. This is a small tiara encircled by hands.
Okay. I grow a single straight hair.
That would be cute, but no.
It's right on my. It just grows right from my earlobe. Suddenly, I'm a princess.
Give me a sec. Um. Well, you come to money. As you get 25 pieces of jewelry worth 2,000 gold pieces each, or 50 gems worth 1,000 gold piece, and they just appear at your feet. Just money appears.
25 pieces of jewelry worth
2,000 gold pieces or 50 gems worth 1,000 gold pieces each appear at your feet. We will determine what that is after I get through the rest of these cards. My goodness. The next card is the Puppeteer. This one is a hand drawing people into it. This is an IRL card.
Oh, okay.
I roll for you.
Okay.
You must only communicate through ventriloquism now.
I roll for you. I also make the choice for the character. So.
No, you're not a player. You're a puppeteer.
How was your
You-
first
no,
5
you
minutes?
don't play,
You're
you
only 5 minutes
puppeteer.
of Corvo.
How was your first 5 minutes playing Korma, out of curiosity? Now,
Hey.
here's the thing. This card can apply at any time. I'm gonna let you play Corva through the combat, surprise combat, but afterwards, I make the rolls. Okay?
Okay. Just for this session?
Just for this session. Yes. This is
Okay.
a single session card. This does not carry forth throughout. Alright. Astronomer. Help.
Astronomer.
Astrologer.
Yeah. Is described
Astrologian.
as a moon and the sun swirling amongst each other.
Wait. Is this? Is this Wish?
No.
Okay. I didn't want to screw you over that much.
This is not Wish. I'm going to say this is the comment equivalent. The next time you enter combat against one or more hostile creatures, you can select one of them as your foe when you roll initiative. If you reduce your foe to 0 hit points during that combat, you have advantage on death saving throws for a year.
Fuck this death avatar shit up. Come on.
If someone else reduces your chosen foe to 0 hit points or you don't choose a foe, this card has no effect. Hui. The aspirant. This is 2 hands holding a key. This one This one, a rare magic item which you are proficient appears on your person. I choose the weapon.
Okay.
So, not only did she get rich, but she got her magic items after all her magic items just got disintegrated, which she didn't have any, which is wild.
Okay.
The witch.
Down the road, down the witch's road. Sorry. People should also watch Agatha. But anyway.
The witch. I'm gonna say this one also has an IRL effect.
Okay.
So, at a random time, doesn't matter when, but a random time of my choosing, whatever you roll, or whatever I roll, gets flipped. So, for example, if you roll a 4, you roll a 16, or vice versa. So a natural 20 can become a natural 1. Make sense?
Yep.
The Thief. This is the next card. The Thief. A Swanee yawn, man.
All of your precious gems and the magic items disappear.
Just disappear. That's exactly what happens.
A gargoyle, a gremlin just like goes into like.
Little loot goblin.
All forms of wealth that you carry or own, other than your magic items, are lost to you. Portable property vanishes. Businesses, buildings, and land you own are lost in a way that alters reality at the least. You have if you have a bastion. It's destroyed by some calamity beyond your control. Any documentation that proves you own something is lost to this card.
Oh, this is
also disappears. Yeah. Yeah. It's also really.
I mean,
so
it kind of doesn't work right because Corp kind of already like.
Yeah, but like all those gems that appeared in front of you, gone.
Okay, but you said they fell to the floor.
Yeah, they fell to the floor, but technically, you own them. Those are for you.
Right.
They fall through the floor.
Yeah, they
just kept going.
They just kept going. All right.
You lost the items.
The wise one.
Goblin underneath.
The wise one. Once again, this is a actual effect. Choose a time within 1 year. It can be 2 weeks. It can be a day. This is IRL time, by the way.
Okay.
Just say it out loud really quick.
Choose a time within 1 year.
Yeah, you choose a time within 1 year of right now.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh,
5 minutes.
Let's go. Let's go September session of September 7th.
September 7th. Okay.
Four months, 3 days from now. Yeah, putting in a reminder on her computer calendar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also doing it on my little session thing as well.
I apologize.
That's the date you. That's the date that you owe her cookies.
Yep. I apologize, this is taking a little longer, but there was a 15 card draw, which is the maximum of which you can draw.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for that 4,500 channel point redemption.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
be
feel
changing
like
that.
chat is gonna abuse the hell out of this.
Okay, so on September 17th, I already forgot the date. September 7th, you may ask one question in meditation, and you will receive a truthful answer to whatever question that happens to be.
Oh, it's the metagaming card.
It's the metagaming card, yeah. So that's not bad. That's not a bad thing.
You say that like your next words are, but here's what is.
Here's the next thing. The Waker.
Okay.
So, the effects of magical sleep do not affect you. Therefore, you are immediately awake. And you will, however, sleep and magical sleep do not affect you. For 3 in-game days.
This woman falls asleep, smacks her head on the table, drops her loot table, and then wakes right the fuck back up.
Which means
all in front of us.
Which means you cannot.
You'll never believe what happened.
You cannot rest for 3 in-game time days, Mar.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Watching this woman
so
give herself a concussion.
I'm gonna be so by third day I'm just gonna have disadvantage on
Yeah.
everything.
Correct. That is correct.
Okay. Okay.
And finally, the last and final
Forgotten.
card. The Forgotten.
I remember you talking about this at some point.
This is gonna hurt me, isn't it?
Yes, it is. This is
Okay.
This does not have a deck of many things equivalent.
Alright.
Fuck.
And I will say out loud what this card does. Everyone who has ever known you forgets.
Well, good thing we don't know you yet.
This effect remains. And will even alter reality around. And anytime you meet anybody, they will forget. So they will not remember who you are. Hold on. Unless you're within a certain vicinity of people. So, if you leave their line of sight, they forget about you. This is considered a curse. And can be undone with wish.
Question.
Answer.
Can it be removed with the spell remove curse?
No.
It
No?
can
Okay.
only be removed with wish.
Second question.
Yep,
If it is removed, do people get their memories back?
correct.
Okay.
Welcome to the campaign, Mar!
We're up a god, aren't we? Yeah. Oh.
Is this considered bullying? I think this is considered bullying.
This is considered bullying.
I'm so sorry, Mar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Heck.
So, that being said, Corva,
Yeah.
you feel various effects take hold of your body as you engage
Alright, let's go, man, to fight.
threateningly with these strangers you happen to overhear tearing into someone of theirs. You're unsure if they are friends or acquaintances or hell, even allies. And as you open your mouth to intimidate, you see the fear strike each of their figures. You feel yourself become woozy, as if you hadn't slept for a long while.
Oh.
Before you
So,
collapse.
so it's immediate effect.
Yeah. Yes. The only things that are delayed are some of the out of session ones, or ones stated otherwise.
Okay, so do I have to take 3 points of exhaustion then? Or
No.
do I roll con saves?
So, you don't have to roll yet, because while this effect takes place, it is still 3 days. It's still 3 days in game, meaning you are on day 1 of that 3.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So, whoop. Hoi hoi.
Well, at least I'm now like 20 strength.
Yeah, you feel yourself go
That would
strong.
really help
Become
you fighting this skull.
Yep, you feel yourself become stronger, a little bit more powerful. You feel yourself become woozy. You fall over, hit the hay, and the last thing you feel is several gemstones biting into your shoulder that have suddenly appeared, and the billowing of this black cloak. Everyone else, this is what you see. What are we doing? How are we reacting? Because you guys watch all of this happen.
What the fuck?
I do have to ask, with the nat ones on the fear thing,
Yeah.
does that still happen?
Yep, you guys are still scared because she scared you.
I just figured, but I want to make sure.
Yep, she scared you really good, and then you guys watch all of that happen.
I will state Toka will like get up around the table and hide behind Olerin, and then just kind of look at Olerin and go, "The fuck is wrong with her?" This is all just occurring.
As you say that, the avatar of death appears.
I know.
Got to be honest, this is all beyond my understanding.
I think
Over me.
all right.
Corva, you wake up and see the avatar of death. You are, in fact, taken by surprise by this, as you were asleep, and it has just suddenly appeared. So, let's play a game. Quick show of hands. Who's willing to take part of combat?
I would say like Corva. I'm happy to do this like 101.
All right.
You
I
don't even
want
have a
another-
sword.
I don't want Avatar of Death.
I
going
do
up
have a
against
sword still.
Me.
I might have to.
Right? I still have a sword. Yeah.
I'm lawful good and they're unarmed. I might have to.
All forms of.
Oh, they got a magic item. They got a magic item.
They got a magic
That
item.
was
They
immune
did.
to that.
But I have
Yeah.
yet to
Yeah.
choose it. All magic items are being determined at the end of the game.
Yeah.
But so the thing is that you own that sword and it had intrinsic value to you.
Yeah. But you also gave up your weapon to.
Yeah, I did.
So technically, you
So-
relinquished your sword.
So you
Yeah,
do
so as long
have
as you
it
take
if you grab
My
it.
back.
swords and my cleavers. Yeah.
Yes. So technically speaking, you do have it.
So wait, does this mean I'm naked?
No, please. That's a.
No.
Or
For-
clothes are still
God.
there?
For the
I
sake
was
of the
about to have
audience,
to cover all
no.
eyes.
But you are lacking any armor pieces that you happen to have.
She has no armor. She never had any armor.
I know, but like the paladin and like
No,
stuff like
the
that.
pauldron. That was so sick, though.
Yeah.
Let's say, I feel like you're being downgraded to a level 3 adventurer right now.
Get
She
nerfed.
got hit with the balancing patch.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So-
have to hop in here.
God, no,
Curse of
don't
chat
do
be
it.
upon you for real.
Let's
Corva, like,
roll. What is
Alright.
your initiative, dude?
Wait, that's right. A cat rolls for you
I roll for you, baby.
and makes your decisions.
Yeah.
right. Right, my initiative is +2.
Your initiative is +2. You roll with disadvantage because you are surprised. Right?
Yeah.
Am I right with
Or
that?
no, it's because of surprise. There's a surprise round, so attack. So
Yeah, okay.
Avatar goes first, and
I'm
then
remembering the rules.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm a DM too. So
It's okay. So mark this down. You rolled a 13 plus 2.
13.
That's a
So
15.
15.
Yep. The Avatar of Death goes after you with an 8, but goes before you because you are surprised.
All right.
What is your proficiency bonus out of curiosity?
Proficiency bonus
Should be a +1.
+1.
Wonderful.
If y'all want to listen to, I'm jamming to Corva's like sound like fucking playlist is now. So
Wonderful. So it's rounded up with its multi-attack, which is just 1. So therefore, it only attacks 1 time. Thankfully, you rolled this thing when you were low level. Like, you got this thing while you were low level. It auto-hits, by the way.
it does.
Yup.
Yep.
That's the new rules.
Okay.
I
Yep.
thought it always auto hit.
Oh, I don't know. I've never
It
used
always
It-
auto hit, and I
it-
believe it has half your hit points.
That is correct. It has half
Yes,
your
it
hit
does.
points, and it auto-hits. So,
And 20 AC.
and 20 AC, baby. You take 3 points of slashing damage. 6 points of slashing damage, and then I have to roll another d8. And 2 points of necrotic damage
So
off of this round.
How much? So how much total?
It was
8.
9?
8.
8.
Cool.
Rage. For the love of God.
It's fine. Here, let me just... Let me just set the tune.
So it's my turn.
Hold on. It is now your turn. So,
Fantastic.
you have no weapons. I'm going to be rolling for you.
I thought you said you were gonna roll after like the combat.
Yes, I'm rolling after the combat. You're right.
Okay.
There's a lot happening.
I know.
So, but I make your choices.
Yeah. So this guy has half my hit points.
Half your
So
hit
it's-
points. Yep.
So I had 16. So that's 16 hit points.
Yep.
Okay.
You will go to Delphian, requesting your weapons. After eyeing the sudden avatar of death that is attacking you, he relinquishes because he's like, "What the fuck is that? Not in my bar." You now have your weapons back.
Yeah, I think Corva like kind of dead ass looks at the avatar, looks at everyone else, and just like puts her hand out, and just like, and Corva just like. And you all see the skeletal scars on her body bleed just a tiny bit, and every exposed bone and scar on her body starts emanating this bright glow. Her eyes start glowing as well in turn. I think I do have a hero, something that gives you an idea of how this looks. As Corva, I would like to rage.
You may rage.
Yeah. As Corva will go and just like with her great sword, just like and just like charge at the avatar, and she is going to attack.
Okay. If Osiris is joining in, by the way, make an initiative check, John.
Yep. I'm gonna get this later.
Question.
I know I am.
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
Question. Important clarification. Which version of the... Are we doing one where, like, it becomes hostile when we help? Or is it one where it's like, if we hit it, it becomes hostile? We get another one. Because there's multiple different versions of the avatar of death.
Yeah, we're just trying to kind of figure out like if we are able to help in any way.
Occupied space at the...
Some of them, there's like...
I'm going off of the official ones right now because there's a lot of flip-flops between the 2014 rules and the new rules. So whatever I have up, that's what it is. It is the avatar disappears when it drops to 0 hit points or if you die. And if an ally of yours deals damage to the avatar, the ally summons another avatar of death. The new avatar appears in an unoccupied space as close to that ally as possible and targets only that ally with its attacks. You and your allies can each summon only one avatar as consequence of this draw. A creature slain by the avatar cannot be restored to life.
So, would healing the victim be considered an attack upon the avatar?
Negative.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You have
damage to it.
you have to do damage
that's
to
what I
it
figured.
to deal with it, to summon one.
I will
Can I-
state I do want
Yeah.
to.
If
at
you are
some
helping,
point-
roll initiative.
yeah. Okay,
God
I just wanted to.
damn it.
Uh,
Oh, okay.
that's a 21, by the way.
Yes, Mar.
Can I do this make a reckless attack?
Do you
With
want
this.
to do a reckless attack with us?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it auto hits, so there's no problem in giving it advantage against her,
Yeah.
right?
It's auto hit, so like it can't crit against me. So
All right. Go for.
okay. So that is a 19 with advantage, and I'll roll 2d6 plus 5.
A 19 with advantage. You
19
Total?
plus 7.
plus 7. Okay,
Plus 7,
that
so
will
that's
hit.
26.
There you go.
Okay. So this is a lot of math. So plus 2 from a rage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's 2, 8, 9, 10, 11. And plus 5 slashing.
You had 32 hit points, right?
Yes.
Just straight up murks
Babes,
this
it's
avatar.
one and done, babe.
Never mind.
Never
I need
mind.
to roll.
I was gonna say I got a 22, so I was like about to hop in.
I was a 20. I was a 21 too. I was like, Osiris like starts to get up, watches. No, I'm just gonna sit back now.
It's fine.
As for
Yeah.
damage.
It's easy peasy. And it is just as quickly as it appears, it dissipates, split into cleanly in two. So, like I said, good thing you drew that card when you were low level.
I could not
It would've
imagine
sucked.
that at like, yeah, I could not imagine that thing.
Good news, there's a chance it'll come back because that card is back in the deck.
Yep. No worries.
Fun.
As Corva it just splashes the spirit. And I think in the end of this, like, you all see sort of spirits very briefly surrounding Corva before they dissipate.
Toka's gonna approach her. And very awkwardly, as Toka is a fucking dork and a half. May I? Okay. I need to touch you if I want to heal you. May I?
I think Corva is still glowing at this moment
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, she's a little scared. She's scared, but she's like.
And intimidation did carry forward, even though she
Yep.
knocked herself out,
Yeah.
woke up.
Yep. Yeah. She's very like.
As Corva sort of slings the sword back onto her shoulder. Go ahead.
Gives like a little fast-paced nod. Alright, I'm doing Cure Wounds, and that is going to be another 11. It's only at first level.
Yeah, no worries.
So you'll get 11 hit points back.
Yeah.
And then she'll just like instantly like, leave her be. She doesn't wanna.
Thank you.
Of course.
Another day in paradise. As Corva starts to leave.
She doesn't leave because I control her.
Yeah.
Oh, right. As Corva turns to leave, it's like, heck. It's like kind of trying to move her legs.
She feels her body just slowly turn to the rest of the party.
Oh,
But the
fresh
fr-
hell is this?
But the freedom that just freeze disappears. You are allowed to control her, but only here.
Oh.
Don't blame me, blame the cards.
Damn, the plot took over.
I'm gonna force you into this party whether you like it or not.
Yeah. As Corvus like, Tavern Keeper,
Yeah.
I'm not giving you my weapons. Is that a problem?
You're going to give me your weapons if you want to keep a room here. You hold no fucking power.
Draws the great sword and takes out the cleavers.
He, like, effortlessly takes them into his hands. Don't test
Hey,
me,
level 20 adventure.
lass. Maybe fucking calm down in the presence of various company.
Yo. Fuck. Fine.
Good. Now that we have made an arrangement, your weapons will be stored in the lockers. If you want them, don't be a bitch, and I will happily give them back. He's completely no nonsense about this, by the way. Like, he is not scared of you in the slightest. Like, even though you scared the pants off everybody else, he just stares at you. Like you're but a bug.
Oh, that's a good point, Lily. Fuck. Well, I'm gonna have to stay in the fucking tavern and to make sure he remembers.
To be fair, you don't know about this yet.
Yeah.
I think while that is happening, Toka is just looking at her own hooves and then looking over at Corva's hooves and looking back at the party. They're bigger than mine. This is bullshit.
That's life
Yeah,
shorter.
she's much taller.
Yeah.
As Corva goes to like pay for some wine, and that is like, the fuck is all my. Fuck's sakes.
You, you hear a hearty laugh coming from Vin. As he walks, he walks up to the bar with Corva. He's just like, that was. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to laugh. That was fucking great. What do you having?
Wine.
And he looks at the barkeep. I forget his name.
One sec. I gotta scroll
Okay.
for it. Damn this information. Delphion. Delphion. Delphion.
Delphion, my lad. Can you get my new friend here? Can you get me? Can you get her a bottle?
Jug.
Of
Sorry.
wine. Get her a cask of wine from the Theracles vineyard, please.
How much are you willing to pay?
I'll be 100% honest with you. I only have 3 gold.
I can do that. Hercules is an old friend. I need to replenish my stocks anyways. And
If you see him, tell her.
Sorry.
If you see him, tell him Vin says hi.
He kind of gives a nod and, like, glances around, eyeing, like, the 7 of you specifically. Like, his eyes linger on both Corva and Neri the most. with a little bit of Osiris. Medea is not here, so make that 6. Math is hard. Don't burn down my establishment.
Gonna wave to him. I'll keep him out of trouble.
I'll hold you to that. And he kind of takes his apron off his neck, folds it up, puts it on the counter, flips the sign from open to closed or gone fishing, and steps out, leaving the 6 of
Immediately
you.
looks at Neri. Stay.
Okay. She kind of
Is
takes
this
her
bullying?
hands.
This feels like bullying.
She takes her hands and she just folds them in front of her. So what now? That all happened. Do I have to stay if even I want to go celebrate? Do I stay here?
Stay as in no until we finish figuring out what we're doing next. Then you can go celebrate the festivities.
Okay.
No magic.
Okay.
Okay. There's a festival going on, and we are broke. Alrin, you seem to already have an idea about getting funds.
Well, it's not quite that I have an idea. It's that Toka and I have not gold, but valuables that can be traded for gold.
Okay.
That I've been holding on to. So we're not broke.
Okay. What about the other jobs that was going on? There was the Do I know about the fleece? It was supposed to be getting.
Yes, everyone knows about
We
the
did talk
fleece.
about
It
that?
was
Okay. There's the fleece we can go and retrieve. I don't remember why we're getting it, but we could.
So that we can listen. It's all part of the master plan. We're getting the fleece so that we can give it to whatever the fucking dwarf god's name
Vulcan.
is.
Vulcan.
Vulcan, yeah. So we can give it to Vulcan so he can repair the scale mail to the quality of the dwarfs, mind you. And then so I can bring it to I think it's Hercules actually, so that I can get a cooler of holding. It's all part of the master plan.
Okay, so we're not. Okay, so
It's one of those
That's
things
not-
that it was like on the way to like I believe the necropolis. So
okay. It doesn't aid us in the current, and it doesn't sound that's actually going to get us actual funds. So I'm sure we can figure something out.
Is Cora with them?
Yeah. She's just lingering.
and she will stay that way.
I mean, she can try to leave again if she wants, but there's a mysterious force that seems to be keeping her at this tavern. Listen, I had a plan originally. This is way more fun.
Yeah, I know. As Corvin
So-
kind of just like, if I can intercede here,
Say again, sorry?
if I can intervene here.
By all means.
I seem to be a little short on funds right now. Do you lot need help with anything?
Looks at the group.
More hands never hurt.
More competent hands than some.
Don't think I didn't notice that. Some of y'all throwing weapons just to help me, or rather, lack of.
Well, that was the plan, but you seem to have gotten that covered quite nicely.
Yeah, I suppose I do.
I do have a
Has
question.
has the fear
Right.
worn off, by the way?
Yeah.
That's far enough. Okay.
Yeah, you guys are no longer scared of shit. Lauren is speaking.
Lauren?
I do have a question, if that's all right.
Oh, they always do.
Well, yeah, it's mostly just about everything that we watched just happened moments ago. Do you know what is that? Something that happens to you often? Is that something that's like? Do you know what that was?
I don't know. Cat, is that something that happens to me?
The narcolepsy, no.
No.
The randomly losing all of your stuff, also no. To be fair, you'd never had much stuff to begin with. The Avatar of Death is a new one. However, based off what your subclass is, normally you deal with ancestral spirits, and sometimes they are kinda angry, kinda not willing to help. So maybe that one was one of those ancestral spirits who didn't want to help you for once. Maybe the vibes were off in this place. Who knows? The rest, yeah.
Some yeah, some nah.
Right. Well, fun. Very fun.
Not really, no.
Osiris kind of stands up and walks over to you. To Corva. Reed pulls out a hand. Osiris.
Gorva.
Strong arm hands.
I was gonna say the predator hands.
It's the predator. A
Should we
pleasure.
make opposing saves or checks?
Yeah, sure.
We have to do a beef check.
I roll
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, I know. I have
What
a
do I
plus
do
5
in
modifier.
Strength.
Oh yeah, you have a 20 in strength now.
Yeah.
You're 3 up on me.
Okay.
Alright, so that's a 21 for me.
What's your pluses on your strength?
Plus 5.
Plus 5. 24.
Corvette
It's
gets
almost even.
squeezed.
It's almost evenly matched, but she's just a little bit stronger than you.
Yeah. Pretty much. Like,
Game recognizes game.
Game recognizes
game
game.
recognizes game. It just gives you a nod.
Cora also gets a nod. I'm also thinking like Full Metal Alchemist. If Armstrong.
So
I thought
Armstrong.
too, that was
Yeah.
the first thing that came to mind.
Armstrong and the butcher guy.
Yeah. I think Corva like kind of like. You're strong.
As are you.
It sort of like goes from the like test of strength and just like goes to like a handshake.
The proper handshake.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know
Corva.
about... Oh, sorry.
You can all call me that.
Good to meet you. Well, I don't know about the rest of these.
Choka is rudely
Folks.
staring.
But I wouldn't mind having someone like you on the team. If you want to join us.
I've fought with people before. I suppose I can keep doing that again. Although, I need some help around the city.
We might be able to help you. If you want. Neri looks like you're about, like she's scared of you eating her. And she's like this little tiny stick figure thing. Like, barely skin and bones.
Mm-hmm.
She's just kind of like looking at you wide-eyed and then glancing to everybody else. Depending on what it is, of course. We were going to go celebrate the festival and stuff. So maybe along the way we could help you.
I need to go see an oracle, apparently, or prophet.
We've seen a couple of those. We've seen at least two of them.
If I'm not mistaken, there's one by the south gate.
North Gate.
Was it North Gate?
North Gate, yeah.
North Gate.
That's where all
Yeah,
the
that one.
little temples and stuff. But that's not as they're not as ow. They're not as talented as the Oracle of Versailles though. She has a better eye, and she like looks at Alarin about it like
Right?
eye.
Oh, she's just a
Eye? Like
better, it's better track record, as more
Yeah,
well
yeah.
known.
Mhm.
Not to say the other wasn't
Gotcha,
kind when we
yeah.
visited them.
no, yeah, they gave us some information, but not a lot of information.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go see this oracle of yours. See if I can get some answers.
The one in
That would be to seeing the king, but
Hmm.
that I'll get in with him.
He's drunk
Hmm.
right now. We've already met him. Talked with him today. Yeah, he's drunk.
Yeah.
If I can talk to him.
Oh yeah.
Would not be
Fucker,
the
you-
first time.
No.
In fact, makes you also important.
Not
Neri
really.
just glances to every single other person.
I
Alarin?
don't think I'm supposed to tell you. I would love to tell you, but I don't think I was supposed to. I think the last time I told someone I got scolded for it, so...
How many people are in the tavern?
That one. Just you guys. Everyone else has disappeared to go celebrate or rest.
We were the group that rescued his daughter.
That was you lot.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Shows what I know then.
It's not common knowledge at the moment of who actually did it.
Huh? I've been hearing some kid saying otherwise. You know the grasping spawn, yeah?
Close enough.
Yeah, that's us.
Grasping Dawn, yes. That is us.
See, you know, literally not even a few moments ago. Huh. I thought you bunch were just a bunch of unlucky fuckers. I was thinking that give it a few weeks or a month, you'd be probably dead in the gutter. Probably forgotten by everyone else here. Move on to the big highlight of their lives.
Don't worry, one's already trying to do that to us. Glares at Neri.
She's catching all the strays today.
Listen,
Deservedly so.
Toka hates Neri.
Yes and no. We try our best. And
Well then,
hope we don't
Okay.
die.
Oh, sounds similar to what I was doing. Alright, I suppose there are worse ideas than going with you lot. If you can introduce me to this king of yours. I got something I need to
Is
ask
it-
him.
I have to interrupt this. Is the princess still with us?
Yep. That's why I said the amount I originally said.
Wow, wow.
So you could technically
It's
got
like-
escorted. She escorted you guys there, and she's just kind of been hanging around. A little bit, and she's looking very awkward, like she wants to leave, like she got caught up, couldn't leave in time, and I was just kind of standing there, like, well.
How about tomorrow we will go and see the king?
Well, that makes sense.
I don't know how long the king will be on this bender. And looks to the princess for confirmation.
Honestly, it's hard to say. The festival normally lasts for about a week anyways. So, yeah. Assume that the bender will last for about that long. So speaking to him may or may not be fruitful.
We already bugged him today. We'll bug him tomorrow. What time is it?
In game time?
In-game
Yes.
time.
I'd say it's about mid-afternoon, about 3 p.m.-ish.
Okay. So, going back to our original plan, we need to make a bit of money. Because otherwise we ain't going nowhere. We won't have the supplies to get to the places. Any
We're
ideas?
You lot were talking about a loom. Go do that job.
Yes, the fleece.
Place. Whatever.
It'll take us a little bit.
Oh, if there are people needing fighting done, I'm happy to lend a hand.
Just selling the jewels that I own, that I am in possession of, should get us enough for supplies to go do the fleece and maybe a bit more too. So, not too worried about it. I do plan on performing. I'm just around, but I don't really do it for money. So,
Oh, you're bad.
I play music and I enjoy it quite a bit. I wouldn't consider myself like well known or anything. So, bard aspiring.
I have respect for your people. Keep at it.
Appreciate it.
Well, apparently I also need money for a room, so I'm kind of screwed.
If you're with us, I'm sure I wouldn't mind footing that bill too. But I do have to go sell the jewels. I've got to turn it into gold, as it were.
It's a big celebration with entertainment. And I do believe there was a Coliseum nearby.
Coliseum.
I believe so, yes. I wonder if they're still taking applicants.
Well, and And you lot are in luck. You're sitting before the great old gladiator herself.
Who?
We're not from here.
But that's great, though.
Yeah,
It's your
yeah.
gladiator. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's really
Fun.
cool.
I know my way around the fighting pit, so if you need a hand, you know where to look.
Good. Understood.
Yeah, if you want, we can head out to it and see how far we get.
I suppose so.
Right. Well, you will not have fun with that. Alarn, who's been a bit antsy for a minute here,
Yeah.
is going to stand and just be
All
like, "It was lovely to meet you." And then he'll turn to the princess and be like, "I'm sure we'll see each other again around, but just in case, if this is your last time traveling with us, I appreciate everything that you've done."
I thank you for I won't say rescuing me, more so altering the course of the sacrifice that was meant to happen. But I appreciate it nonetheless, Alone. Thank you.
For sure. Violin in hand, he will like just tap Osiris on the back and be like, "I won't kill anyone, and if I end up in jail, which I'll try not to, but if I do, I'll handle it myself."
I hope that you will, because we will not have money for bail.
Fair enough.
And try to keep our names out your mouth.
If that is your request, Finn. Oh, apologies, my bad. If that is your request, and he'll not then turn and just stride out.
Awesome.
Toka will finally break her stare at Corva. Look at Osiris. I'll bail him out if needed. And just follow after him.
Good luck, you two.
Oh, jeez.
Can I leave now?
Yes, you're free to go now. We'll
Okay.
find this one out.
Neri will follow after the two of them.
I'm gonna throw punch her.
Just turn around. Bah!
It's like,
Just like Kevin Hart on Central Intelligence.
You know, like that. It's like that TikTok meme. It's like, she trails at a
Yeah,
distance, respectfully.
I was about to say, Osiris will notice that, by the way, of like Toka. You like he will be able to tell that Toka is just not happy about that. About her following.
right.
Noted.
Well then, Cyrus. Shall I go make a night trials to the pits?
Yep, let's go.
Right.
I think I'll join you two.
You
Alright.
look like a man who needs some stress relief.
Maybe a little bit.
I don't say this often. And don't take this the wrong way. But let's go beat the shit out of somebody.
And with that,
I'm gonna go get me weapons.
that is actually where we're going to end today's campaign. Because I don't have a pit prepared.
You got a month.
I have a month to prepare a pit. Additionally, some other stuff needs to happen. So, with that being said, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us tonight for Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Marisha, thank you for joining us. I'm so glad that you were able to join us. I'm so sorry you got bullied immediately. Just straight bullied. So
Yeah.
I will go through the list of the cards and tell you which effects are done and which ones remain, so that way we are both aware in a month's time, because a lot can happen in a month. I apologize too that it was a very low-key session. I hope that was okay for everybody else. Mainly, especially like dialogue-wise and things like that. Just, it makes life a little easier so that you can interact with stuff as you need to. We will be live again in a month's time on a day. June
Should be
1st.
a first if you're.
June
1st
1st.
of June.
1st of June, we will be live again. So join us again for that. Expect more fucking chaos. But yeah.
Sorry, what's the last part?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything at all. What? Huh? What? Anyways, so thank you for the people who rated. Thank you for the people who hung out. Thank you to the people who resubscribed and subscribed for the first time. Follows as well, bits as well. We appreciate it. We appreciate your chaos and everything else. So, with that all said and done, let's wrap up for the rest of the night. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the night.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye bye.